Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Honey. I forgot to write down my categories. Can y'all hear me? Okay, good. Good. Let me go and holler at y'all while y'all offend here. And welcome to anybody that comes after. Let's see who we got on in Club Blue today. Let's see. What's up, Karen J? 1/3 of the KKK. What's up, Rocking with the Truth? Mac Dime. Doot, doot. Karen Johnson. 2/3 of the KKK. Let's see. Valencia, hello, honey. What's up, Danny? Jennifer. Okay, that's you, McDime, then. Okay. What it do, the truth? What it do, baby? Man, McDime trying to get me killed. But that's all right, McDime. I know how to shoot back. What up, little red? What it do? Cool BJ, Miss Dee Dee. Hey, I am Queen. Woo! Honey. So if y'all can hear me, go ahead and hit that like button, give me a thumbs up and everything, right? And I got this right here on this particular live stream because I know like right around this time they be, filtering in stuff about R. Kelly, right? So maybe shortly, I don't know if they're out yet, but maybe they should be coming out. Maybe we get an update while we are live. I don't know, hopefully. But I got a few things to talk about. And I am going to get to that jury goddamn instruction exercise. I promise you. It's pretty much a lot of reading, but that's why I keep tagging, putting it in the description box for the resources, but I have that listed last because I want to get to some other pressing issues that is going to come before that, right? That jury instruction, that is for what the jury uses to convict, right? So, or convict or find innocent. Let's put it like that. Honey, I done caught some stuff, So today is the first day of class for my students. Lord have mercy. So I'll have a little wiggle room because, the next few days they'll do the ads and the drops and stuff like that. So I'll see where the classes settle and but it should be, I should be able to. I won't be able to go come as often, but I'll still try to work around it. So please be patient, honey. Just please be patient. You know, hell. But yeah, I see y'all are up and in here, and I appreciate y'all all the time, honey. So I forgot my goddamn. Oh Lord, I got to remember to do this. I can never remember to run this banner at the bottom. Lord have mercy, y'all. Make sure y'all be a blessing to Janine and Larry. Always, I know all the time I don't remember to run that banner by. I got to stay conscious on doing that. So that's what I am going to look to do like before I even hit the live button, if I can remember it. But anyway, honey, so I just wanted to talk about a few things that happened. Let's see how to say it in New York via the YouTube streets, right? We got to come on with the goddamn foolishness and the damn fuckery while we wait and see if anything's gonna pop up on that screen about Mr. R.S. Kelly, right? So this morning, I was looking at Hollywood Next is live, right? And she reported that the sisters, um, the sisters that we're familiar with, called the damn police on her And she said it was over them, her not acknowledging them or whatever. That's what she says happened. She also spoke about, like when she did give some good information about, like, you got to be, if you want to be part of that eight that they're letting into the courtroom, you got to make sure that you are, in the top, right? And plus you got to go to that particular floor. And she made a mistake. Her and her sister made a mistake and went to the restroom. And I guess when they got back, their places was filled. That's what I get from it. But hey, that's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. Um, what else happened? Oh, okay, yeah. This just in, right? I saw where Sharon Wimbush did a video. Wait a minute. And you know what? Now you know I love me some Just Jazz. That her and I never had an issue or none of that, right? I love me some Just Jazz. I tell you, because that lady is diligent and she don't be in a whole bunch of mess. People like kind of pull her sometimes in mess or whatever, but she don't be in a whole bunch of mess or whatever. And I can't say that. And she don't look like a old cutthroat, backstabbing ass person. So I can definitely fool with Just Jazz, right? So, but anyway, so her and Sharon, they used to be, I guess working together, affiliated with one another, put it like that. And Sharon just did a video telling Just Jazz, like, don't be using her name as Cloud and you know telling people that she done bought sea moss from her and all this other shit. I'm like, like, damn. Let me tell you something. Miss Sharon would take your ass out. Listen, and then I caught on court TV. Right? Remember when Miss Sharon had said that she was gonna be a witness for the defense, you know, and I ain't confirming or deny. I don't know. I just know that if you are, you're gonna have a subpoena or something to prove it, right? And I kind of said what I thought it was about. She didn't want to be struck, right, for putting out those videos and stuff like that with regards to Larry, right? So, and what better case is to say that you're a witness that's being harassed, and you don't want to be harassed. I mean, I saw that, but hey, hey, it's what it is. I can't fault a motherfucker for playing the game and being successful. That's just what it is. But anyway, court TV, said that she will not be a witness, right, for the defense. And I don't want to get into, and I told y'all, being a character witness and all of that is very sticky, right? It goes through what I'm gonna talk about today, and I didn't clickbait y'all when I said are there liars on the stand. I didn't clickbait y'all. I wanted to talk about how really I want to talk about the whole Geronda Pace sisters and stuff like that, because I know a lot of people, and I'm gonna tell you right now, and I'm not gonna deviate from this. It's not about being no anti R. Kelly or for R. Kelly, whatever. It's about giving you the truth and the legal's perspective. I don't have time to try to appease you and massage you on either side. I'm gonna give it to you the way the legal perspective, the way I see it. So it's not downplaying nobody's good news or none of that bullshit. Okay, only the ignorant would think that way. Okay, aka funky ass DJ Tyson. And as y'all can see, right? So I get offended when motherfuckers just fuck with me, right? For no reason out of nowhere. I don't never let it go. We're gonna talk about revenge too, with regards to these sisters and all. We're gonna get into that, right? And hopefully, Lord, hopefully, I know I've been saying about that jury structure. I probably should never said nothing until I was, able to start or whatever. But I put that on the last thing because that's like some of the last, that the people get to. But it tells you guys. That's why I keep posting the documents. It tells you guys what what they need in order to be able to convict or to adjudicate not guilty, and and he goes home. Well, not goes home, but whatever. So we're gonna talk about all of that, right? Hopefully, I get to it. So anyway, and thank you and welcome to everybody that has come in. I hopefully I'll get to shout y'all out a little later. And if you're catching it on a replay, sorry for the delay. So anyway, I want to talk about all that stuff because it is important, right? Because depending on what the sisters have to say about Geronda, whatever, maybe it'll be allowed, maybe it won't be. But I'll give you the very, 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 very basic because it's one of those things like witnesses, character evidence is what it's really referred to as, and getting up there and trying to say a witness is incredible for certain reasons, right? They refer to that as impeachment. I also gave you the guides, right? Because with everything, especially with federal, there's a rule you have to go through. And that's the Federal Rules of Evidence 608 and 609. If you just want to be that concerned and see who can get up there and prove that another witness is incredible, right? What they're saying is incredible. So we want to talk about that a little bit. And I'm not going to give it to you all muddy or whatever. I'm just going to give it to you as it relates to what I think that most witnesses in this case would be, and I'm going to use the word impeached, right? Their testimony would be impeached. And I'm going to use that word because that's the word that you're going to see throughout those publications, right, that I gave you, FRE 608 and 609, right? So you could start there and read about that if you just that fucking knows it. Because I'm not going to go into all of that. Shit, I'm not going to do all that. But if you just want to know, that's what we'll give you. Right now, I'm looking on there to make sure that and listening, and I'm looking at the screen now, at the screen. But if y'all see somebody R. Kelly popping up, somebody look at me in the chat and say, hey, something up there. Karen A in here. I just looked up at the screen, so all of the KKK is in here. The KKK is in here. Okay, so I know everyone is wondering why. Well, why, and I don't know. Oh, and another thing I'm gonna say, make sure y'all get my email while we're sitting up here. Get my email because so you can send me like articles and stuff like that that may come out during this live as well. And make sure you guys are also looking for articles that have the defense part of it. I noticed that it's more concentrated on the prosecution, what the prosecution asked, and this, that, and the third. We also need to know what the defense asked, right? We need to know that part too. Because we trying to figure out, we know the prosecution's case. We want to try to figure out what is the defense case. How they're going to attack this. We need to know all of that so we can get it together. So anyway, so let me kind of briefly explain whether or not, and this is this all, the information I give you is all, I can't tell you whether or not whatever they have will, the sisters, Geronda sisters have will, be allowed in court and will it be used and all that. I can't tell you that because when it comes to evidence, and a testimony is evidence, right? It goes through rules, then it goes through exceptions. So, and depending on what it is they got to say and what it is about, that makes a difference. So I can just give you the basics, and you can read, those publications and see if it works. All right, let's see. So, when it comes to trying to prove someone is not credible as a witness, right? It's called impeachment. And impeachment often involves the use of inadmissible evidence, right? Evidence is which is mainly circumstantial. And if any part of someone's testimony is deemed impeached, then the court, mostly the court, will tell the jury which part of the testimony that they can use and which part they can't. So it's just not you getting up there and you saying something and then you gonna assume that everything that person said isn't the truth. No, it doesn't work like that. With regards to Geronda and what, most of these the witnesses that's taking a stand, people are probably going to maybe try to come after like her inconsistent statements. I don't know. Probably more like proof of bad character, right? Proof of lying and stuff like that. But you got to be careful. So, hmm, I'm trying to put this in a way that it won't be so crazy. Because if you can understand what I just said, you're not gonna you're not gonna just get up there and just call somebody a liar. No, you're not gonna do that. They're not gonna let you get on the stand and call somebody a liar. Will they maybe let you get on the stand and show that a person has a pattern of lying or whatever? Maybe it depends. You just got to run it through those rules and then those exceptions, right? Depending on what they have to say. Because that deals with something. I probably shouldn't even bring this up, right? But that deals with something that calls collateral fact, right? And collateral fact isn't relevant to the issue. How can I explain collateral fact to y'all? Jesus. Let's see. Collateral fact speaks to someone's credibility. Okay, so when you're reading that, it speaks to someone's credibility. Are they credible? And if not, what makes them not uncredible? Then you have something called extrinsic evidence, and then there's intrinsic. I'll explain. Extrinsic is closely related to hearsay, but it's not exactly the same. The only relation it is that just like hearsay is something that was made outside of court. Intrinsic evidence is made inside of court. You got to run it through all of those things. So it's not, so that I'm trying to illustrate to you, it's not as simple as we got some sisters that's saying Geronda is a liar. It don't work that way. You would think it would. It don't work that way. You got to go through all of that shit I just said to you. So I just want you to paint that picture as when I don't never want to get nobody no false hope and no lies and massage. Okay, well, this no. And I mean, and here's the test about you. A lot of people say, well, why didn't you use this? Why didn't you use that? Why didn't you use this? Because they couldn't use it. That's the easiest answer. They can't use it. When you enter in evidence and all kinds of stuff outside of chain of custody, you got to go through all of those rules, and then it's met with exceptions. So you just can't get up there and say This is what it's going to be or whatever. When it comes to, so I'm not saying that that stuff can't be used. I'm saying it's a method in which they will allow it to be used. So just keep that in mind. I want to go through that. But if you really want to know if what you have, anytime you want to know what if what you have can be used or whatever, I can kind of kind of eyeball it. But when regards to the people on the stand and somebody's testimony, start at that FRE 608 and 609, and that'll kind of tell you what you got and if you could use it, if it could be used. If not, then they ain't gonna use it. It don't make sense. They're not gonna let you get up there and call somebody a liar, and then not all of their testimony is going to be thrown out anyway. So don't have a fit if you don't see those sisters on the stand. That's all I'm trying to tell you, because it don't work like that. It really don't. Yeah, did y'all understand a little bit what I'm trying to say? I don't want to go into it because, like I said, it's very, very tedious, like character witness and all that bullshit. We'll be talking about some terminology for the next 2 or 3 hours with regards to this shit. So let me know if y'all understand what I'm trying to say. Y'all understand what I'm trying to say? Okay. All right. So, like I said, it runs through a whole bunch of tests. And it also have to pretty much deals with the truthfulness or the untruthfulness of what the testimony was. It has to deal with that too. It's a lot of shit. It's a lot of shit. So yeah. So what was the other category? What was the other category? So this man is still on here. So let me read some of these articles. Let me take him down. I have him playing in the background. I'll take him down. I'll get to some of these articles because they are um very interesting. I scanned through a couple of them, so it'd be like a rough read at first. But Demetrius, honey, woo, child, honey, baby, that crack, honey, that crack is not right. Honey, that expired crack that came through that man's system, honey. Let me pull up. I tried to put them in order as to how they came out, or well, as to what they spoke about. So let me go ahead and put this on here. Honey, that goddamn crack, child. I would love to be a fly on the wall to see him up there talking crazy to the judge and oh shit, child. You just can't let us go in public sometimes. But let's read about this here. Let me see. Make sure y'all can read it. Hopefully I ain't confused y'all about the impeachment process of a witness on the stand, but I just want to let you know that I mean, it's not to be get you discouraged or whatever. It's just not what you think it is. All right, let's see. I made it big, and we read. It says R. Kelly's tour manager was concerned about Aaliyah's relationship, but didn't stop it. As testimony in R. Kelly's Brooklyn federal court sex crimes trial came to an end for the week on Friday afternoon, more details emerged about how Kelly allegedly controlled his inner circle using their devotion, with the purported aim of preying on girls and women. Testimony from Kelly's former road manager, Demetrius Smith, reflected an obligation to Kelly despite his deep reservations over the R&B singer's alleged sexual relationship with Aaliyah when she was in her early teens and he was in his mid to late 20s. Indeed, Smith's description of his involvement with Kelly's alleged plan to wed Aaliyah was when she was 15 because of a pregnancy scare apparently boiled down to simple, serviceable loyalty. Kelly asked Smith which side he was on. Smith recalled he chose Kelly's side, whatever concerns he had subsumed by this notion of siding. And Smith didn't just go along with it, he was an active participant. I don't want to be here, period, Smith said when it was time for him to take the witness stand. Smith was subpoenaed to testify because he was said he would take the fifth because he said he would take the fifth over concerns of self-incrimination. Smith was granted immunity for prosecution except for crimes such as obstruction of justice, witness intimidation, and perjury. He previously spoke in the Lifetime docuseries Surviving R. Kelly. You're in good company. A lot of people don't, Judge Ann Donnelly said. The bottom line is you have to testify. I didn't do anything to be prosecuted for, so why would I testify? Period. Smith. Lord have mercy. Look at that crack. Look at that crack. Whose behavior ranged from combative to somewhat taunting during his time in court. Lord have mercy. Let me get me some water. Lord Jesus, are we down here doing this? Am I? What? Oh, shit. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Taunting? Are you Lord? Wait a minute. I can't blow my nose because I don't want to be rude. Wait a minute. Let me rewind. Hold on. I didn't do anything to be prosecuted for, so why would I testify? Period, said Smith, whose behavior ranged from combative to somewhat taunting during his time in court. Yeah, come on, y'all. Shit. I can't make this up. Okay, Smith, who worked for Kelly from 1984 to 1996, said he was blown away by Kelly's perfect work when they met. At the beginning, Smith said, I just wanted to be someone he could look up to. As Kelly's career picked up, Smith said, I just wanted him to be comfortable. In 1992, after Kelly's career had taken off, the singer's then manager, Barry Hankerson, told him and Smith about his niece in Detroit, Aaliyah Dana Houghton. Hankerson wanted them to hear her sing, so they traveled to Michigan and went to the Houghton's house. She was very shy, Smith said of Aaliyah. Kelly went to the piano and brought angelic stuff out of her. Don't don't she have something special? They both thought. Aaliyah and her parents went on out traveling to Chicago, so she and could work together. She had just turned 13. Prosecutors asked, did they socialize outside of the studio? Were they ever alone together? Yes, we all socialized, Smith said. Robert wanted to be alone with Aaliyah. It was it was all about the music. If Robert wanted to be alone with Aaliyah, it was all about the music. What did Kelly say about needing to be alone with Aaliyah to work on her vocals? He said, I'm sorry, to work on her vocals. He would say he needs to spend time with her, Smith said. Smith was then asked whether he ever had a conversation with Kelly about his relationship with Aaliyah. There was a long pause. I thought that they were very playful at times. I was concerned, he said. Remember that he asked, Robert, everything cool with you and Aaliyah? I just thought they were over playful, he continued, also recalling that he had asked, Robert, are you messing with Aaliyah or anything? He said no. I didn't want people to have the wrong vision of things, Smith said of all of his inquiries. Smith said he didn't assume anything was up, but conceded they were more than friends from the very beginning. Kelly's involvement with Aaliyah took an even more disturbing tour when he was on tour in 1994. Shortly before Kelly was to perform one night, he remarked that Aaliyah was in trouble. After the show, he headed to the airport. Wait a minute, I'm sorry, y'all. Somebody, hold on. Somebody sent me something. Sorry. Uh, After the show, they head to the airport and board a plane back to Chicago. Smith described Kelly's demeanor as quiet. She thinks she's pregnant, Smith recalls Kelly saying. Kelly said that one of his confidants was making arrangements for him to marry Aaliyah to protect himself and to protect Aaliyah. The idea behind this was that if Aaliyah was married to Kelly, she couldn't testify against him. Smith told Kelly that just because Aaliyah said that she was pregnant doesn't mean she's pregnant. He was crying a lot. He was crying, Smith said. I told him that he couldn't marry Aaliyah, that she was too young. He was confused. He said, which side was I on? Smith wound up playing an integral role in the illicit nuptials shortly after arriving in Chicago. They want they went to a hotel where Aaliyah was in a room. He didn't like what was going on, but felt like he would be pushed out of Kelly's circle. I wanted to stay in the loop. Smith said he would get Aaliyah a fake ID because she couldn't marry at her age. Smith figured someone in a welfare office would give an ID card in exchange for some cash using a hey, want to make some money approach. He drove to the welfare office with Kelly and Aaliyah in a car behind him. Why I sound like I'm reading like that lady from the Baltimore crew, that lady Red. And it was in the room. And I said, oh, get your dresses up. And he said, here's my ass. Okay. Let me get my life together. Hold on. All right. They found a obliging clerk. I made her an offer. She took the money. I gave her $500, he said. Eventually, they made their way to the city's clerk's office, where Kelly and Aaliyah got a marriage license. He was 27, she was 15. I'm uncomfortable talking constantly about Aaliyah Smith snap shortly after describing the marriage plot. Her parents aren't here, and I don't want to understand why I got to do that. Smith's most fervent expression of remorse seemed to come Monday morning when the trial resumed. That shouldn't have happened. That was wrong. I shouldn't be talking about Aaliyah. She's not here, he said. Okay. Child, let me click on off him. Ooh. Let me see if we got anything on court TV before I come around there to y'all, because I can't see y'all right now. Hard to hear that crack. I think the next article, I think it picks up from today with him. And I got the blue circle, so I'm waiting to get around there to see. But that's crazy. Boy, we can't never do right. We can't never ever do right. Damn, I hate this here. Come here, y'all. I'm trying to get around there to y'all. All right. Is that not the craziest shit? He in there showing his ass on the people stand, embarrassing all the black people in the world. What the hell? Oh man, let me see if I see anything on court TV yet. That's crazy. Combative. Some people will lock your ass up. You better. Oh God. Let me see y'all. I'm clicking on court TV. No, it seems like they got dirt still on here. Oh, just man, just you done killed everybody. Just sir, girl, sir. All right, let me get to the next one. Hold on, let me see. All right, so the next one is a Monday's article. Let me put this Dersh on mute, and I'll get the next one. On it where Demetrius Smith picks up today. Okay, back on Demetrius Smith picking up today. To make sure it's big. All right, and we read. Okay, R. Kelly's tour manager testifies about his marriage to Aaliyah. R. Kelly's former tour manager testified on Monday that the 1994 marriage between the Grammy-winning singer and Princess of R&B Aaliyah was wrong. It shouldn't have happened. It was wrong. Demetrius Smith, 65, told jurors in the Brooklyn federal court at Kelly's racketeering and sex crimes trial. I shouldn't be talking about Aaliyah. She's not here. Oh, okay. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, hold on. You hear that bell? Thank you, y'all. Sorry, y'all. I got to get it. I'm checking. Thank you, Blue. Okay, all right. I'm clicking on it. Sorry, y'all. It's coming in. Who else has showed their ass today? Okay. Ooh. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm coming, y'all. I'm coming. I'm coming. Ooh. Trying to get to the article. Okay. Let me continue reading this. All right. Oh god, I got so much open up here. This motherfucker will probably never run. Okay, let me finish reading this. All right. It says Smith, who was forced to testify and granted immunity, told jurors on Friday that he helped Kelly obtain a fake welfare card for the teenage singer so she could marry him in 1994. The fake identification, which did not have a birth date on it, was one of two cards Smith helped the singer illegally obtain so they could get married. At the time, Aaliyah, then 15, had said he thought she was pregnant. He said. I'm not gonna reread all of that. All right, let me read this. Yeah, Smith is one of 7 witnesses who have testified for the prosecution during the first week of Kelly's trial, which will last about a month. At least 5 women are expected to testify about the abuse they endured while involved with Kelly. Smith's testimony provided rare insight into the lengths Kelly's inner circle went to protect the singer, even if it meant committing crimes. Oh boy. He was like my brother, Smith said, but the ex-tour manager testified Monday that decades and a prison sentence later, he no longer feels inclined to protect Kelly. Whoa, whoa, that's what he said? That's what he said? Oh, shit. Well, my percentage done went from 105 to 106. We read, let's see what else he says. The crack is on the stand, the crack is on the stand. Kelly, 54, faces a slew of charges, including racketeering based on kidnapping, sexual exploitation of children, and forced labor. He is also charged with the violation of the Mann Act, which prohibits the transport of people across state lines for sex. Uh, okay, I'm trying to get to the. Okay, let's see this. Okay, the disgraced singer has pleaded not guilty to all charges against him and repeatedly denied any wrongdoing. Throughout the trial, Kelly's defense team has argued that his accusers all had consensual relationships with the singer and are liars who have an agenda. And again, they're going to have to figure out if those people are credible or not credible by that impeachment process I told you about. That is if they want to go down that aisle, okay? Because remember, whatever the defense open up, the prosecution can talk about, and vice versa. So yeah, thank you for whoever did that. I appreciate that. All right, Smith was at times combative with the judge, Judge Andonna, and prosecutors on Friday, as he reluctantly described how he flew with Kelly from an Orlando show to Chicago in August 1994 after the singer revealed Leah's in trouble. Man, one on the plane ride, Smith said Kelly was concerned because he was worried about going to jail if the teenage singer was indeed pregnant. Okay, let me see. I don't want to keep reading the same stuff. Prosecutor. All right, prosecution alleged that Kelly bribed an Illinois government employee with $500 to obtain a fake welfare ID. Smith revealed to jurors on Friday that Leah also obtained a fake ID that stated she worked for a courier company in order to obtain the marriage certificate. Mm, all right. I'm skipping to this. The pair was married inside a suite at a Sheraton hotel near the airport, and both were wearing casual clothing. About an hour later, Smith said he and Kelly went back to the airport to catch a flight to continue the singer's tour. All right, let me take this one down. Y'all bear with me. This takes a minute for me to take it down. Okay, what's next? All right. Let me see if anything else is on the court TV live stream. All right, not yet. Okay, let me put this up here. This is just a little brief about the doctor that testified. No, not a big share, but I'll share it anyway because I've gotten it several times. It said hospital system says it will review R. Kelly's doctor care after he testified about giving the singer free STD treatment. A Chicago based healthcare system told Insider it will institute a review of R. Kelly's former doctor following testimony that he treated the singer for free while traveling around the country with him for parties and concerts. Well, okay, well, that'll be a big deal if he did it during his working hours on the grounds of the hospital or what have you, or if he did it outside his working hours, whatever. And also in his contract, does he have a clause that prohibits him from doing any of that? That will come to play. But anyway, we read. Says the doctor Chris McGrath took the stand on Tuesday to testify about his 25-year-old social and professional relationship with the accused sex criminal. McGrath said he first diagnosed Kelly with herpes in 2000, following years of treatment for other sexually transmitted diseases. Earlier in the trial, Geronda Pace, a woman accusing the R&B artist of sexual misconduct, separately testified that a male doctor diagnosed her with herpes at the singer's home in suburban Chicago. Chris Chang, a spokesperson for Northwestern Medicine, told Insider on Saturday that the healthcare system would institute a review of how McGrath treated patients. Our highest priority is the health and safety of our patients. Right. And also, if being a patient of the doctor means he was a patient of the healthcare institution. We read, King told Insider, now learning this information, a review of patient care provided by Dr. McGrath will be initiated. Also, you know that bottom line gonna play a part in that too, because they're gonna say, well, hell, you could have been that's money that you could have brought in, for all of us, right? Because those doctors and facilities and whatever, how depending on how the your insurance and how the contracts are, whatever, everybody get a slice. All right. Let's see. McGrath, who specializes in internal medicine and allergy and immunology, has been registered as a physician in Illinois since 1980, according to state records. Regulatory records stretching back to 1990 show no history of discipline, and the doctor has received numerous awards in his decades-long career. In addition to his medical practice, McGrath teaches at the Northwestern University Feinberg School of Medicine. And the doctor was nowhere around. So I don't have to read all that because we've read that. Moving right along. Ooh, honey, it is coming in, honey. It is coming in. Lord have mercy. I'm trying to get to it. Thank y'all for all the articles. Let me see. I think it's more about Demetrius. Yeah, it's more the same about Demetrius. So I'll get out of that because that's more of the same. Let's get to I'm trying to get to the court TV notes. Okay, now we on to Zale. Let's get to Zale. All right, okay. Well, I'm assuming it's Zale. I'm pretty sure. You know what? I always get a kick out of the pictures they have with um Dana in the background. I love I love to get those pictures, but anyway, and we read. Let's see. Witness says R. Kelly became famous for sex. I just wanted to sing. During the first part of her testimony on Monday, Zell described her first interaction with Mr. Kelly at a musical festival in Orlando in 2015. She attended with her parents when she was only 17 years old. Years Mr. Kelly was in his 40s. During her performances, Zell said the singer seemed to pay her special attention. At one point, he gave her a pair of black women underwear. Mr. Kelly was on his Black Panties tour. What did I say? During her performances, Zell said the singer seemed to pay her special attention. At one point, he gave her a pair of black women's underwear. Mr. Kelly was on his Black Panties tour. Oh, okay. During the festival, one of Mr. Kelly's associates approached her with a piece of paper with Mr. Kelly's phone number written on it. She said, warning, warning him, don't tell no one that she had received it. Zell said she later gave it to her mother. But she added, she and her family believed the professional bond could be an opportunity to start her career as an aspiring singer who at the time was doing paid concerts, performing in school choirs, and following performing arts classes. They got these periods where the commas are. Okay. Where the comma should be. All right. He called Days later, Zell said he called Mr. Kelly via FaceTime. Huh? They rushed through this. Okay. During the conversation, he told her that she could stop by the hotel he was staying to audition, Zell said, and she told him that she was 18 at the time. All right. So here's the thing, right, with the age. Yes, they're lying about their ages, right? Which could play good for the defense. If that prosecution has not stated that the responsibility falls on the adult in the situation. Now, I just thought about something. How is R. Kelly going to know that he's the adult in this situation if the people lying? How is he going to know? That's when he get a little leeway because as soon as he knew, then that's when the relationship should have been notified. If that, well, I don't know. Do they give a leeway if they nullify? I'm thinking to myself, they nullify that relationship at the time of if they knew, will they still get in trouble because it? No, they should. No, they can't. No, 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 they can't because it goes to your the mentality goes to the mentality. All right, so I answered my own question. So he should have a little leeway because how does he not know that he's not the adult? He don't have no way of knowing. But I'm pretty sure that the defense would state that at some point, I guess. And we read after the school day and attending a meeting with her extracurricular performance group, Zell made her way to the hotel on her own. Outside, Mr. Kelly was waiting in a black van and told her to sit on his lap and kiss her. I asked him if he was sure, Zell said. He said yes. She gave Mr. Kelly a little kiss on the cheek, she said, and then they got out of the van to her room. This is where Mr. Kelly told her he needed to relieve himself sexually before he could audition. She said, "They got some yeah." So let me take that down, and we're gonna go a little further. I just want to talk about the notes that Court TV has from today. Yeah. You know, that would be. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me make sure. I mean, they could make that point that I said, but you got to think on your feet. It's a little different with how we doing it over here. You know, the people. Hell, I mean, well, it should be already prepared in their briefs of the questions they could ask, but hey, it ain't got nothing to do with me. Let's read. All right, let me go over like some of the because this I want to go over because it has some of the defense, parts in here. It says court for courtroom note. Demetrius Smith, a former tour manager of Kelly, returns to the stand. AUSA Melendez finishes up direct examination by asking witness to confirm who was in the room when Smith said he could get an ID if he paid someone at the welfare office. Smith agrees he's pretty sure Kelly was present for the conversation, but doesn't remember Kelly saying anything. Smith details a rushed marriage ceremony in a hotel room with an officiant. He says that Kelly and Aaliyah exchanged vows wearing casual clothes, but doesn't remember if they exchanged rings. An hour later, Smith and Kelly went back to the out of court. I'm sorry, the out of team. No, I'm talking about out of court, Lord. And they, out of court statement is what I don't know, what's on my mind. But anyway, went back to the out of town concert with Aaliyah Kelly. Spent Wait a minute. And okay, an hour later, Smith and Kelly went back to the out of town concert without Aaliyah. Kelly spent a few minutes alone with her after the wedding. Prosecutors asked if the singer went to meet and greet with a female guest after the concert. Smith said yes. Cross examination by Devereaux Canick. Robert told you Aaliyah might be pregnant? Smith, that's what I assumed. To my knowledge, Aaliyah was never pregnant. Canick, you later wrote a book? Smith, yes. Canick, you embellished some things to juice it up a bit. Isn't that correct? Smith, no, I wrote it to the best of my ability. I was in prison. Canick, Robert never had anything to do with your bribing anyone to get a marriage license. Smith, no, he didn't. Smith was 24 when he met a 16-year-old Kelly. Smith was a singer at the time looking to move up in the music business. Asked about Kelly being signed to a record label, Jive Records. Kenneth wants to know if the label dressed Kelly up like a sex symbol, making him open his shirt, showing his chest while promoting him. Just sustains an objection to this line of questioning. Lord Jesus. Yeah, Lord. My stomach is growling. Y'all give me a minute. Mm-mm. All right, I got more court TV news. So let me put that up there. Let me also check the court TV and see what if they have anything on R. Kelly. I'm so goddamn hungry. I don't know what to do. No, his ass is still on there. Just take a plea or something. Damn. Okay, I'm coming, y'all. Just give me a minute. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I'm so goddamn hungry. Okay. And we read. R. Kelly accuser testifies that he sexually abused her at 17. Another accuser took the witness stand on Monday at R. Kelly's sex trafficking trial, testifying that the R&B superstar sexually abused her on his tour bus and in a hotel room when she was still at a high school student, when she was still a high school student and an aspiring singer. The woman identified only as Jane Doe wept when she also claimed that she contracted herpes after having sex with Kelly. She said he hadn't disclosed he had a sexually transmitted disease. This man purposely gave me something he knew he had, she said. He could have controlled the situation. Whoa, ho, ho. A prosecutor in the federal court in Brooklyn repeatedly asked the witness how old she was when the abuse took place in 2015. I was 17 years old. She responded each time. Last week, a jury heard similar testimony from the trial's first witness, who described being a 16-year-old virgin when Kelly began sexually exploiting her in 2010. Both women claim that they were forced to call him daddy and follow his draconian rules restricting how they could dress, who they could speak with, and when they could use the bathroom. Kelly, 54, has denied accusations that he preyed on several alleged victims during a 30-year career, highlighted by his smash hit "I Believe I Can Fly," a 1996 song that became an inspirational anthem. Kelly has denied the accusations, with his lawyers calling the accusers groupies who wanted to take advantage of his fame. The latest witness, now 23, testified on Monday that she met Kelly when he was performing on his Black Panties tour. She told him that she was an aspiring performer and lied about her age, saying she was 18. She testified she had no romantic interest in Kelly. I just wanted to sing, she said. I genuinely wanted his input. The first sign of trouble came when Kelly offered her an audition but said he needed to ejaculate before it would happen, she said. They were soon regularly having sex, with Kelly nearly always videotaping the encounters, she said. Uh-oh. Where are the tapes? Where are the tapes? We don't want to go back on no tapes. All right. When she finally revealed she was underage, Kelly slapped her across the face but kept her in his life, she said. Oh, ho, ho. See what I just said? See what I just said? Lord have mercy. I just said that. Let me reread it. When she finally revealed she was underage, Kelly slapped her across the face but kept her in his life, she said. The jury was shown notes she wrote to herself about how to stay in line with his rules when she was around him. Tell Daddy everything she had written. Mm. Honey, let me put this on mute so I can blow my nose. Ooh. Y'all see how they make this stick? See how they make this stick, right? You see how that little piece you put in there? Yeah, honey. So I was at a 105. Let me see, I was at 106. So I'm at the 107 now. 107. I was trying to got to go past 110. But yeah, they thought of everything. We just getting to it. They thought of everything. Oh, Lord. I'm gonna start try to reread, read these things beforehand. So when I get to when I'm getting to the point that I made previously, it won't be repetitious, and we could just, and I don't have to stop and go through it. I could just highlight it or whatever. Ain't that some shit? Y'all let me. Do y'all mind me getting a couple of these skins? Do y'all mind if I get something to eat real quick? Do you mind? Do you mind? What up, Cal Tears? You know Virgo's in the house. What it do, baby? What it do? We done took over this shit. Hey, y'all mind give me a little piece of goddamn a bread or something so I can wet my stomach. Can I give me a piece of bread so I can wet my stomach? Okay, thank you. Oh, okay, I'm back with it. Thank y'all. Okay, let me see what else we have. Oh, the old man is still on the stage. Let me see. So I got some stuff that came in. Thank y'all for your patience. Thank you for your patience. I always like to check with people before I go off and eat and shit like that. And I got manners. So there's a lot that came in, honey. So let me ask y'all a question, right? I was gonna pose this as a closing question, but I'll ask you right now. What do you guys think about like the defense maybe saying like some of this stuff is revenge, right? They could have. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I really want to get. Um, and if ever y'all get an opportunity, I know I will. But anytime we get an opportunity to put in on those goddamn transcripts, because we need both sides, right? Maybe I can get every day, but we definitely need both sides because we got to have a fair assessment. Because if you think you just got, if the prosecution think they got the case in the bag, nah, that's not how it works. And then we're trying to figure out from the defense side which way they coming. You know what I'm saying? How are they going to overcome some of this stuff that's already, you know, all this stuff that's entered into evidence. And I told you, testimony means a person that's giving the oral testimony, that's evidence. So how are you gonna combat all of that? What did you come up with? And you had to know, you know, I mean, that I mean, don't be the defense have to do their job, right? And that job will be distasteful for a lot of people. You're not gonna like what comes out. I'm gonna try to keep it as raw and as real as possible, no matter the side, because you can't think both sides. You can't have your head in the clouds, right? Um, you have people around here that ask a lot of questions, and that's a good thing, especially when it comes to this shit. I know Dom asked a whole bunch of questions. That's a good thing. That's a positive thing. Because out of all those goddamn questions, you're going to get a more accurate picture of what the hell is going on and what to expect. Because if you walk around here with your head in the cloud, and if you think you got it made on one side or the other, because somebody can come through there and knock your ass on out. So would you think it would be inappropriate for the defense to holler about um, let me go ahead and put court TV on here just in case they want to update us on anything. See if this old man on this goddamn stand back to die. Why don't he just go and take the plea and get on off the TV? Shit. Hell, this could be R. Kelly time we could be using. Hell, get your ass off him. You know you killed all them damn people. We've been following that shit forever. You killed all of them. Starting with your wife. People around your ass disappear. And you know what? You the problem. Get your ass on off here and stop wasting our goddamn time. Shit, we got shit to do. But anyway, so would you think, revenge, call them groupies are distasteful. They have to do their job. If you think revenge, a lot of this is about revenge or whatever, about a relationship that went bad, I wouldn't advise to do, none of this is legal advice, none of that. None of them. Put that disclaimer out there. But you can't say that about all of them. Do you think revenge is something that too far off? I know it's probably distasteful. It's gonna be hard to prove. I mean, what would you think? And revenge, you really don't have to do that much proving. I'm just saying. Wait a minute. Ooh, I got a good one, y'all. Wait a minute. Old ass man, get your ass off that goddamn TV. I got a good one that just came in. Thank you, cuzzo. Woo, wait a minute. I got a good one. Mm-mm. Honey. Ooh. Did I read this? No, I ain't read this. Hold on, hold on. This just came on in. Take this old ass man off him. Get on off him. Let me put this one up. Y'all finna pass out, baby. Hold on to hold on. I mean, I'm pretty sure some of y'all done heard this, but this just come on in. Mm. And before I read it, it done took my what I was at, 100 and what? 7? 6 or 7? I'm up to 108. Let me see what it says. And we read, accuser, R. Kelly made me get an abortion, smear myself with feces. Jane Doe number 5 typically testified Monday that R. Kelly controlled every move she made, forcing her to pee in a cup in his studio and call him daddy. One of R. Kelly's accusers broke down on the stand Monday and as she gave harrowing testimony about the abuse she endured from the disgraced singer during their 5-year relationship, describing how he gave her can't even get it out, bruises during frequent spankings, and even forced her to get an abortion in 2017. Whew. Wait a minute, let me eat something right quick. I'm getting like, hold on. Oh, shit. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I'm eating all these people ear. Now I don't do shit like this. Now I'm just, honey, I done lost everything about me. God damn. Honey, I done lost everything about me. Hell, I ain't even recognizing no goddamn motherfucker with this YouTube streets, baby, because when I tell you, a bunch of motherfuckers be fucked. But I get to revenge in a few minutes. Hold on. Anyway. Okay. He had expressed that he had still wanted me to keep my body tight and wanted to have a family after he got rid of the rest of the girls. Jane Doe number 5 told jurors in Brooklyn federal court at Kelly's racketeering and sex crimes trial. Ooh. The woman told jurors that she met Kelly at a hotel when she was 17 years old. Oh, wait a minute, y'all. That shit takes it. Wait a minute. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all bear with me. Hold on, let me read this. The woman told jurors that she met Kelly at a hotel when she was 17 years old, a 17-year-old high school student, after one of his concerts in Orlando, Florida. During their 5-year relationship, she lived with Kelly and his girlfriends in Atlanta and Chicago and was routinely punished whenever she deviated from his rules. That's why them rules, see, that's why they was trying to get those rules out. During their first meeting, she said Kelly peer pressured her into letting him perform oral sex on her, she testified. After that, Jane Doe number 5, who had told Kelly she was 18, met up with the singer at several of his concerts across the country. Months later, she said she started to experience severe pain whenever they had sex. I would have discomfort in my pelvis and lower abdomen, the woman, now 23, said. I got to the point where I couldn't even physically walk. Oh. Well, my percentage just went up to 110. And I was trying not to exceed 110, and this was day 4. Somebody please keep a track of where I am. 110. Now, depends, you're going to have to knock back some of those points. I'm at 110. Oh, my goodness. Okay. The pain became so bad that Kelly eventually scheduled a doctor's appointment for Jane Doe number 5, at which point she learned that she had contracted vaginal herpes. When she told Kelly, the Grammy Award winning singer was agitated and insisted that she could have gotten the disease months before they met, but she told him she only ever been intimate with him, the woman testified. This man purposely gave me something he knew he had. Uh-huh. She's taking him to the cane. And I'm not gonna give you the secret. There's some word. We read that he could have controlled. Jane Doe number 5 said angrily on the stand as Kelly sat emotionless. Breaking down on the stand, Jane explained that she and other living girlfriends were forced to adhere to Kelly's strict rules, include wearing baggy clothing and turning away from men who entered the elevators. To ensure their silence and loyalty to Kelly, she said they were forced to write at least 4 fake letters every year that claimed they'd stolen money or had been molested by family members. And this is so crazy. Y'all can see the stuff I be shopping for to the right. This is so ignorant. Sorry about that. The pictures, y'all. They were to basically exploit us to protect him, she explained. Jane said that she was also forced to record demeaning videos of herself as punishment, including one where she had to smear feces on her face and put it in her mouth. Afterward, afterwards, filming the degrading video, Kelly allegedly told her she wasn't into it enough and that she would have to redo it. Jane said she refused. The accuser said Kelly physically abused her on a regular basis, once beating her with the size 12 Air Force One shoe after she lied about texting her high school friend. And R. Kelly, this is about time for you to haul up, jump up and holler and say she lied. It's about time for you to do that. We read. He hit me all over. My arm, my face, my butt, she said at the time. She weighed less than 100 pounds and was under 5 feet. Another time, Kelly kept her inside a room in his Chicago studio for over 3 days after she brought the wrong size pair of Hollister sweatpants. The most common punishment, Jane Doe 5 explained to jurors, came in the form of spanking, or as Kelly would call it, chastening. Chastening. Ch- Chastising. Shit. Let me get it right. Chastising. Sorry about that, y'all. He would leave bruises and it would sometimes make my skin tear. Oh, oh. Jane Doe number 5 said, adding that Kelly would dole out the vile punishment every 2 to 3 days. Kelly said it was just a spanking to help me remember his rules. Jane is the second accuser to take the stand against the once revered R&B singer. Prosecutors have alleged that Kelly abused at least 6 women and girls, 4 of whom were minors when he first had sexual contact with them. At least 2 said they contracted herpes after Kelly knowingly exposed them to the disease. At least 2. At least 2. Okay, wait a minute. It's 6 women and girls, 4 of whom were minors. At least, is that 2 of the minors that said they because you got faith in them? Okay, I don't know. Let's go. Kelly 54 facing. Okay, I'm not gonna keep reading that. He had mentioned rules, protocols that I would have to abide by in his presence, Jane Doe number 5 said Monday, adding that the rules began to appear when she traveled with Kelly for his shows. He wanted me to call him daddy. He would control every single time we were intimate, she later added. He told me to walk back and forth, and that's what I would have to do until he gave me another direction. Deronda Pace, a mother of 4, who alleged that she was sexually and physically abused by Kelly when she was 16 years old, also testified last week that the singer gave her herpes. She said that throughout their relationship, Kelly never wore a condom or told her he had a sexually transmitted disease. Let me go here. All right, that's all about the doctor. Okay, I'm back on Jane Doe number 5. But Jane Doe number 5 said that in 2015, she had unprotected sex with Kelly for months before she learned that he had herpes. Initially claiming she was 18 years old, Jane Doe number 5 said she began to travel with Kelly soon after meeting him in 2015. During these trips, she was forced to stay inside of her hotel room, wearing baggy clothing, and Kelly asked for permission whenever she made a move, she told jurors. Every time we had sex, he would record it, she said. Jane Doe number 5 said she ended up spending the rest of the summer before her senior year of high school in Chicago, where she was confined to a hotel rooms and Kelly's studio. She said that since the studio did not have any bathrooms and she could not leave without calling him, she would often be forced to urinate in extra large cups nearby the gas station. Ooh, they said that she was confined to a hotel room. She said that since the studio did not have any bathrooms, ooh, is they gonna say she was kept in the studio? Because that can firm up the allegation that she had to pee and shit like that in cups and shit like that. Let's see. And we read. Wait a minute. Mm. There was also tissue. Mm. This is why you don't eat with food in your mouth. My goddamn manners and everything got to do. There was also tissue paper and baby wipes in the room, Jane Doe number 5 told jurors Monday. Well, didn't the rooms have bathrooms? The regular hotel room? What room did it have in the room? What, it's talking about the studio? All right, let's go. At the end of the summer, Jane Doe number 5 recounted how she was scared to finally admit to Kelly that she was in fact underage. When she spilled the secret over a hot dog in Lincoln Park, she said Kelly laughed at her before slapping her with an open palm and walking away. Hours later, he found her in the park and persuaded her to come back with him. He gave me a kiss and said he would figure it out, she said. After consulting with his attorneys, Jane Doe number 5 said that ultimately she wait a minute. After consulting with his attorneys, Jane Doe number 5 said that ultimately she moved to Chicago to live with him and was homeschooled. Y'all give me a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is that right? After consulting with his attorneys, Jane Doe number 5 says that ultimately she moved to Chicago to live with him and was homeschooled with her parents' permission. She ended up living with Kelly for 5 years. Mm. So you got potential attorneys as witnesses? Okay. So I was up to 110. Now I'm up to 111. The disgraced singer has pleaded not guilty to all charges against him and repeatedly denied any wrongdoing. Throughout the trial, Kelly's defense team has argued that his accusers had all consensual relationships with the singer, calling liars who have an agenda. Oh, okay. Liars with an agenda. Prosecutors also alleged that Kelly brought. Now, I didn't order this other ass shoe. I ain't look at none of this. They just popping this up in there. I don't know what this is. Prosecutors also alleged that Kelly bribed an Illinois government employee with $500 to obtain a fake. Blah, 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 blah. We've already done all that. All right, well, that's about the crackhead. Okay. Huh? Is this real? Ooh, I got to come on back in the front, baby. I got to come on back in the front. Let me put court TV up on here to see if we can get something. Did y'all hear that shit? You consulted with somebody's attorneys. Now, it doesn't mean that the attorneys knew the nature of their relationship. Now, I'm not accusing nobody of no shit like that. But knowing the allegations and you probably would have advised him to do something different. Yeah, Wu Cha is right. This is crazy. Where am I? What the fuck is going on? Let me see if I can if this old man is off this goddamn stand. I'm waiting for his ass to get off him. What? Let me see what else we got. This is unfreaking believable. Unfreaking believable. Are you crazy? What you mean you consulted with your attorneys? Ooh, Lord, they back. Let's see if this man gets his ass off this TV. So we can let me cut this down in the background. So, like, what y'all think? Which Jane Doe of Kayla could be trying to help him? No, 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 no. I see. I didn't want to get into that. Okay, that's a. Oh, okay, that's well, the parents thought they was dealing with the Sony rep and sign up, but still, you know what I'm saying? Like when you advise your client that had that kind of history, not only you got a couple. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Wait a minute. So check this out right here. And I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, right? Because hell, I mean, I'm just going to tell you. With certain language that I can tell that she's saying, and I'm not never. I ain't gonna tell you, but just know they thought of. I see they thought of everything. They got it covered. They look like they got it covered. I'm up to 111. Let me write that down. 111. Cause I don't want to lose mine. Cause I know Karen J is very good by keeping track. So I'm 111. I'm writing it down. 111. This is crazyville. Right. Yeah. Jennifer, yeah, thank you. 111. This is crazyville. Like, where am I? Even with that type of situation, you would want to be like, no, like y'all could wait, or you would make sure that there is someone that's on deck, that's a guardianship, a guardian or something like that. Because you want to protect your client for even having allegations. Lord, I'm eating all the people ill. Like this. That's what you want to do. I don't give a damn if it's Sony or whatever. You that's what you would want to do. It's crazy. Let me see. I mean, what the hell is going on with this? This is crazy. I know Dee was doing a reading. I think I might be cutting into her time, but y'all are more than welcome to go over. I won't feel no kind of way about it because it's kind of running over time. But I want to catch this here update. You know, I like the official paperwork. I want to catch it. Unbelievable. I'm coming. Well, here they go again. But y'all, this is unbelievable. They're gonna have the defense is gonna have to. Okay, wait a minute.
Michael, Jane Doe number five, first of all, is going to have to return to the stand tomorrow after most of the day today sharing those really humiliating and demeaning allegations that involve the defendant. She will have to come back for at least an hour more of direct examination. But as far as her demeanor inside the courtroom, she was very matter of fact in the way that she shared these details, but she has an almost childlike sound. She's 23 and she was 17 when she first met the defendant when they started their sexual relationship. She seemed very demure in the way that she was testifying, kept her hands clasped in her lap. She's wearing this really long black shawl and has her hair up in a ponytail bun. But some of the things that she shared were really explosive in the fact that they detailed some things we hadn't heard before. She talked about her own abortion that she says the defendant forced her to get. And in that, we have a little bit from court, a quote, when she talked about R. Kelly revealing to his live in girlfriends, which she said she was a part of this group, about what happened many years before in 1994 with Aaliyah. She said the defendant had expressed to all of us that Aaliyah was pregnant and that they needed a certificate for her to possibly get an abortion. And aside from her parents, the only person who could go with her was her spouse. Now, there's also a text message that the witness on the stand read for this jury. She had a lot of communications with the defendant that this jury heard about. And this one in particular came from the defendant to Jane Doe number five, saying, I want to groom you. I want to be bonded with you 1,000,000%. This really pulled back the curtain for what the prosecution's case wants to show to this jury. that this was almost a harem of sorts. There were these women who were fully submitted to Kelly and were willing to do whatever he asked, including some very humiliating and demeaning things.
Yeah, it's really been incredible. And it's interesting that you've described a number of the Jane Does as being more childlike or sounding much younger than their ages. It's almost as if they're trapped back when the trauma took place, which is something we know does in fact happen. Now, Julia, before she took the stand, the defense team finished off their cross examination of one of R. Kelly's road managers. Tell us about him and what were the highlights of his cross examination?
Demetrius Smith, a very important witness for count one, act one of the racketeering allegations against Kelly. They say that there was bribery, the prosecution rather, say that the defendant was someone who knowingly or intentionally, either himself or caused someone else to bribe on his behalf to further his criminal enterprise. In this case, Demetrius Smith is someone who knew the defendant back in the 80s, met him first in 1984 when he was 16 years old. He was describing himself as his personal assistant and former tour manager. And he said that he wanted to help him with his career, wanted to really get him involved in the music industry. And over time, that stardom really took off. He was part of Jive Records, and the cross examination from the defense attorney really tried to get out that this record label tried to show him as a sex symbol and that perhaps plays a role in all of this. But the key part of Demetrius's testimony is that he was present for the marriage to 15-year-old Aaliyah. Kelly was 27 years old at the time, and he testified that he did bribe someone. He did offer money to a state official to get a fake ID, but he also said that Kelly was not someone who actually directed it, that he didn't ask for a favor or ask him to go and bribe someone. So that may present a challenge for the prosecution trying to connect the actions of Demetrius Smith to the defendant.
All right, Julie. Now, I want to go to that point that you're mentioning there, the fact that he claims across that he wasn't directly asked by R. Kelly. So we're hearing a lot of testimony about things happening to victims, and it's attributed to Kelly, poor treatment, all types of restrictions, bizarre rules. Is it clear from the testimony that the things that were ordered were done directly by Kelly, or is it more that others were acting on his behalf? What's the sense you're getting from some of the testimony?
I think so far we're up to about 8 witnesses. Demetrius Smith was much different than the other witnesses we've seen. He was someone who knew Kelly from even before the enterprise that the prosecution says was going on. So his testimony did not support the fact that Kelly was the one instructing everything that was happening. But as far as Jane Doe number 5, Anthony Navarro, who also took the stand on Friday, they all talked about Kelly being the one who was orchestrating this. It was his permission that you had to get. Jane Doe number 5 said there were times she wanted to take a shower. There were times she wanted to use the restroom. Because she couldn't get a hold of Kelly himself on the phone, that she wasn't able to do it, even resorting to urinating in a cup because she didn't want to defy his rule rather, of not leaving the room that she was in.
All right, Julia, Janae, I want to thank you so much for that report.
Oh, I'm getting a circle. Let me see. Let me check on the circle. Why am I circling? Ooh, all right. Hold on. Let me see if there's any more. Because, you used to bring some experts in. Okay.
Kelly didn't tell them to do it, but because they are loyal to him and everything that he's doing, they wanted to assist in certain ways on their own.
Yeah, and as we heard from Julia, there's sort of this mix of testimony. Some are saying that things were done directly by Kelly. Others are saying that he didn't directly tell them to do it. It was just kind of understood what he wanted. All right, Melanie, stand by. We're going to take a break right now. And Kelly will be back up again tomorrow. And as you heard from Julia as well, Jane Doe number 5 will be continuing her direct examination. We'll bring you reports from New York tomorrow as well. All right, it is almost time for our Talk Back segment. And our question for today, Do you think Robert Durst's testimony is helping his own case or the
Oh,
prosecution?
man, want to hear that
But I
about
think
him,
TV
that
would love
Robert?
to have some of your
Get
answers
off him.
after this
Want
first
to hear
break.
about that, Robert? Ass off him.
New developments in the case of Tuesday cult mom Lori Vallow and her husband Chad Gabriel.
Whoa, y'all, what it do? Y'all still buffering? This is crazy. Let me see. Yeah, nobody want to hear about that, Robert. We want to hear about the other Robert. Shit, that man on that screen, he done killed everybody. But, we got to find some more positions from the defense. We got to find out what the hell are y'all doing in there. Well, I know y'all doing something. Let me go. I have something from that same lady, Julia Janae, from her Twitter feed. That's the same, the black lady that's a court TV thing. She said that Jane Doe number 5 said that I would have to follow exactly what he said. If he said walk or crawl, I would have to do just that until he gave me the next motion. I'm trying to see. All right, she also says, act, think, and be. Jane Doe number 5 testifies R. Kelly wanted her to evolve and learn his rules. She wrote some down, or she wrote some, maybe she's supposed to say some things down so she could remember. Act the way you were when we first met, like a child, pure, humble, and innocent for daddy. Find a positive quote to say to daddy. Oh, okay. Well, what is this? Wait a minute. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute, y'all. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on.
Native women have told me that what you do when you raise a daughter is you prepare her for what
Hold
to do
on.
when she's breaking up.
Why are we different then?
Hold on. Let me see. What the hell is this? What is this? What TV? I gotta take you off. What the fuck is this? Hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. Baby, what is this? Kind of shit. Hold on. Let me make it big. I don't know what this is, so we viewing it together. Well, I just saw the caption. Oh, I thought we done seen this. I mean, we've seen this. I'll play it. I think we've seen it. Because I just noticed in here it said she did not call him daddy in this clip. I'm going to say, what the hell is this? I think this is what this is.
Cutting my cake.
Mm-hmm.
My Father's Day cake.
Yeah.
You want me to get up from this chair, leave my movie, and go cut my Father's Day cake? Is that what y'all want? Is that what y'all want?
Yeah.
It's a great idea.
This prior Father's Day, Robert talks about his kids all the time. It's definitely something that is very hard for him to, talk about. But I got him a cake made, and he loved the cake so much. He thought it was so beautiful. He never wanted to cut the cake.
Champ is here. Champ is here. Champ is here. Champ is here. Okay, so anyway.
Let's get some of those little plates. Some of those little plates. Let's come and do your too. Let's see it.
Okay, can you turn down Roots?
Mama. It's power. The king lives.
Is it message the front?
Wow, let me see. Did it stop there? Yep, it stopped there. Wow. Trying to get it off here. So put it back on Court TV for a minute. See if anything else will come in before I let y'all out of here. I'm so sorry, y'all. I ain't get to that jury thing, but I don't want to take up too much of your time or your day because we working on about 2 hours. But let me look at Court TV real quick. Put it up here and see what they got to say. Let me say this. Oh, this man, your ass ain't done yet, sir. Your ass off him. Nobody gives a shit about none of that you talking about. But he's so damn frustrated. He did all that shit, and he's sporting a new goddamn face getter. I just got in because I seen it on the Real Housewives of, and I had to order something before they goddamn went out. They depleted. But listen. Azrael is hitting all the points on the stand. She's hitting all her points. Like I said, if you want to get some y'all transcripts, get the transcripts and whatever, I'll see. I mean, or I don't know if Diva's doing. I don't know, but we'll try to comb through it. It's gonna be a lot. My suggestion is to get the best days. You know what I'm saying? When you know who like the days from. This is just my opinion, right? I think Geronda's day would be good. Azrael's day would be good. I mean, the media pretty much then gave us Johnny Demetrius' day, honey, with his crackhead ass. He's on that crack on that stand, honey. Who else would have a good day? Oh, you know what? We don't know who Sonya. Well, I don't know who Sonya is unless y'all know, but I don't know who Sonya is. And some of them other, the other people, because the only people I know is, Jerome, Jane Doe number, 4, 5. We know who 1 is. We know who 6 is. So I don't know who 2 and 3 is. That would be interesting as well. Who is Jane Doe number 2 and 3? And pay attention to how they. Now I just out of my this is just what I think. I think that Jane Doe number 4 had to go first because of her situation, and Johnny had to go because he's crazy as hell. They had to get him because his ass, you see, his ass liable to take off to Afghanistan with his crazy ass because he's on crack, so he's liable to flee. Okay, I'm trying to see how they trying to put it together. Is it for strategy? Is it for impact? Impact at the beginning, maybe a little impact at the end. It's kind of lull in the middle. I'm trying to see. But more important, I want to know, what is the defense doing? Does anybody have reporting on that? Who has a defense report? Does anybody know about this? Are they in there saying anything? Is anybody questioning anything? Is R. Kelly in there flipping over the tables and knocking over the water? What is going on with that at the defense table? That's what we need to know, because we need to get a full picture. Now, the transcripts will tell us that. But them transcripts is high as hell. And let me tell you something. I don't know you niggas. I'm not trying to put... Hey, y'all. Dan, no, I ain't gonna say that. But I already got a bad name around here, but I ain't gonna say what I started to say here. But we need to know what is going on. Hopefully some of these students drop out and none drop in, and we could do this here. Let me see what this man doing on this damn stand. Get your ass off him. You did all that shit. Oh yeah, the courtroom, the people at the courthouse, they did move the monitors so you can't see the jury. The coming and the going and all of that. So they had to take care of their security issues and all of that. So it should be a lot harder to see the jury or what have you. So yeah, they had to move stuff around to make sure that you no longer can see the jurors and jurors and shit. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Let me tell you, they're gonna protect this trial, because they don't want to do this no more. They don't want nothing to do with this shit no more. They sick of this. But anyway, so my closing question, I keep putting that damn jury thing. We're gonna get to it. Lord, we're gonna get to it. We got time though, we're gonna get to it. But my closing question is this. Do you think that revenge should be mentioned somewhere during the defense case? We could talk about that next time. But anyway, so I ain't gonna drop the link. So I'm gonna get out here because I know people are ready to what? Come on. So again, welcome everybody to Club Blue, honey. Say hey to the host, the hostess, and the guests, and everybody else. All right, y'all. Till next time. Thanks for coming by. Wait, so what channels should purchase transcripts and put them together? Oh, okay. I know Diva likes to get the transcripts. And there are other people that like to get the transcripts. I mean, I could take money and get the transcripts too. I don't know. But see, my thing is, my ass to try to end up putting the rest of it in there, all of it, and see, I know how I do. I don't want to do nothing like that. So I'll see if somebody else would do that. If anybody else want to do it for the Blue People Club Blue over here, y'all could do it. I'll probably get with Valencia. I hate putting everything on Valencia. Give it Valencia, Jennifer, Karen J. They could tell you. Okay, they shouldn't mention revenge. That question will remain why they deal with minors anyway. Yeah, but you know what, Tears? We'll talk about it a little bit right now. But you see, they're kind of playing, and this is just my opinion, that they're trying to place the blame on the accusers anyway. So when you're placing the blame on the accusers, you are blaming everybody but the defendant. So you're gonna come up with every goddamn thing you can think about. Revenge, they're liars, they're groupies, they deceived him with his age. All of that together paints a picture, right? Because the defense may, and I don't know if this is their strategy. I'm just saying this is not legal advice, none of that. Do not get my ass this far. I'm saying is they could go ahead and paint a picture and sell that to the jury. So that's what wins the cases. How you packaging it up and selling it to the jury. Now, that white man that keeps sitting on that table on this computer, he is getting prosecuted by one of the best prosecutors out there in California. That man done been posted to have several goddamn jobs. He steady sticks right there and fire your ass up and send your ass on to the moon. That man is good. Okay? He has it all covered. You believe that? In his presentation, his case, he has it all. Even though he was stumbling a little bit today, don't even worry about it. And it was like he's taking a long time and he's beating a dead bush, and he is building up. He's building up to where he needs to go. And that old man on that thing, he just need to go to hell. Go somewhere and get off the TV. Because we're not caring about you, Robert. We're talking about the other Robert. But what I'm saying is this. They're trying to blame it and put it on everybody else. So I'm just asking. They brought out, they said everything under the sun. What about revenge? And none of those details about that girl having an abortion, being beat, getting herpes, none of that is going to look good. How can you combat that? That's just one person that has a harrowing story from what she said. You have Jerron, and then we haven't gotten to Faith Rogers with the threats. And I went back and looked at his indictment a little thorough, right? He is, although it's still, you can be, one man can be an enterprise, what have you. In this particular situation, in order to make this work, they made him a part of the enterprise. Not saying, don't get this confused, Debo. Don't go crazy. One man still can be an enterprise. It just can't be both. What I'm saying is they made him a part of the enterprise, meaning that he's doing all kind of shit too. Then he got the managers, all them other people on that first few lines, right? So they're showing that it's an association with alleged criminal acts. That's how they're packaging it. That's how they're going to sell it. That's why they need all these other people, right? That's why all these other people that's taking a stand. You ask yourself, I had to ask myself, why did the man driving the car had to take the stand? The security guard? Why I understand why Demetrius, but we should see some other people that play like where you think it'd be like real small roles. You might see a cook on the stand. Who knows? But it all plays a part of how they trying to package this RICO. See what I'm talking about? See how we do it over here? That's why I defend our work we do over here every goddamn time. But we do this shit, what? In real time. God damn it. So get out of here. Get on up out of here. The Virgos that took over. It's a better world. We're going to solve this shit in 30 days. We're going to solve the world problem in 30 days. We're going to knock it all out. The Virgos that took over. The hell? What y'all thought? Y'all. I be so happy when I see August the 23rd. You would think that's my birthday, and it's not. But shit, I be so goddamn happy. Like, yes. Yes. We get shit done over this thing. That's why Matt Dime keep coming back. Because he know we gets it done over this thing. Shit. We put it together, baby. So y'all, let me go and get up out of here. They gonna get my ass, baby. Oh, geez. All right, y'all. Deuces, let me get out of here. All right. Bye, y'all. Thanks for coming on by. See y'all next time.